Hi, everybody. Here I am. 8 weeks. Yesterday actually was 8 weeks since I had my surgery. I'm still quite a bit swollen, like through here and across the upper lip. Um, I expect that that's going to take some time to go down. Um, the surgeon is very happy with my progress. Um, my scars are healing really, really nicely, as you can see. I don't know if you can see them or not. Um, but still a lot of swelling right through here and across the upper lip. Now, I when they take the upper jaw off the skull, they have to go up underneath your lip and they cut it off across the top on the inside. So when they put it back to where it belongs, they put screws and plates right in here, which is why I'm still pretty swollen through here. And then they have to put stitches right across here up underneath, which um, from what he told me, I have a very narrow space between my teeth and my upper lip. So there's a lot of scar tissue there, and it's going to take some time for that to go away. Um, I wish that it would go away quicker, sooner than later, but uh, I guess not. Um, I'm really noticing a difference in the way that I look. It's I think that when it's done, it's going to be more of a subtle change than a big change, but right now it feels like a big change. Like my nose feels like it's a little wider here. It's turned up a little bit. I feel like from here to here is longer than it was before, but I think that's because it's swollen still. And my diet is gotten way, way, way better. I'm pretty much off the liquids at this point and eating soft foods. I can eat pretty much everything at this point except stuff that's like super chewy or stuff that's like crunchy, really super hard to chew. Um, my This is really, really exciting for me. The When I went in to have my surgery done, my opening was 13 millimeters, which is very small, very, very small. As of today, because I do these things, it's called Aura Stretch, and you put it in your mouth and you squeeze it, and it pries your mouth open. And I have to do that 3 times a day. I do it for about 20 minutes each time. It's very painful because I have to hold it open till it becomes very painful, and then I have to hold it for 1 minute, and then it goes and goes and goes and stretches out. As of today, I am 33 millimeters, so I have more than doubled my opening size. So where I used to have to cut a grape up to put it in my mouth, that is huge compared to what I used to have. It's weird. It's weird to me because I went so long without being able to open my mouth that um, now it's just weird to me that I can actually do it. Um, and So the other thing too is that the my ability to be able to talk or um, enunciate clearly sometimes is hard because there's still so much swelling across here, and across here. Um, so far, I've lost about 20 pounds ish, somewhere in there. Um, and I expect that I'm going to start gaining some of that back now that I'm eating and, eating pretty much anything I want to, with the exception of like steak or chicken or hamburgers or I'm trying to stay kind of away from like the fried foods and stuff like that. um like I said, it's 8 weeks now, and the opening is really good. The pain is very, very minimal at this time. It becomes very painful after I stretch because all of these muscles through here become very angry. So it takes a little while for those to kind of calm down, but uh, it'll it'll be working its way out here pretty quick. Um, I go back and see my surgeon on the 21st. Today is the 14th of January. I see him on the 21st of February. So I still have another 5 weeks before I go back and see him. And at that point, I think that I'll have a good enough opening that I should be able to start my dental work, which is huge, huge. Because once I can get that done, um, I'm I'm golden. I'll be able to really skate through. I'll have pretty much everything done at that point. Um, the I know I talked to you guys uh, in depth actually about my surgery, 13 and a half hours. Um, my husband and my daughter had to sit there pretty much all day waiting for me to come out. I stayed in the hospital for about 5 days, um, 4.5 to be exact. The first 4 weeks were rough. I mean, I had my mouth wired shut. It took some time to be able to um, really be able to open my mouth at all, because, I mean, they just took my jawbone out and replaced it with titanium. So, um, just to kind of recap, I had the jawbone replaced. I had what they call a Lefort 1. Now, your upper jaw is connected to your skull. So, what they have to do is they have to cut that upper jaw off the skull, pull it forward, and screw and plate through here. The scars here are pretty minimal. He did have to do a little bit of genioplasty right through here to kind of minimize my chin, because when they pull it forward, not only are they pulling the whole jaw forward, but they're pulling the chin forward too. So to make it more aesthetically pleasing, he went ahead and fixed that as well. I am noticing that my nose, again, I think I told you this earlier, my nose is a little bit wider and turns up a little bit more than it used to. Um, I I think that right now I look very different. My husband says no. He says I don't really look that different, but I feel like I do. Um, I guess we are our own worst enemies when it comes to stuff like that. But um, at this point, I am really, really excited about the progress that I've made and then going forward. I know when people have this done, it is a very, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very difficult because when you look in the mirror and you see a different person, sometimes it can be a little disheartening because here you've been looking at that face your whole life, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and it's a different face. Even if it's just a minute change, not anything that anybody else would notice, but you're going to notice it because it's different, and it's different than what you've been looking at your entire life. It could be a very subtle change, not something that anybody else is going to notice. Um, but it is very difficult, and some people really struggle with it, as far as like depression and that sort of thing. I look at it like this: would I rather look a little different, or would I rather live the rest of my life in the kind of pain that I did and not being able to open my mouth? Um, I would rather look a little different and be happy than to be unhappy and in pain. Um, so, yeah, go ahead, make the changes to my face that you need to make in order to make my life easier, not in pain anymore, so that I can eat, so that I'm not waking up in the middle of the night not being able to breathe because my throat's closing off. Um, there's a lot of benefits to having something like this done, um, but it is life changing on so many levels. There's a lot of pros, very few cons for me. Um, I know a lot of people have like a double jaw replacement, and they don't have everything done that I had done, which would be the double jaw replacement, the Lefort, the genioplasty, and the genioglossus advancement. That's why things are a little bit different for me. I know that, like I said, when people look at me, they don't see a huge difference. I do, but they don't. Um, the Aura Stretch is, like I was telling you, it's just something I put in my mouth and I squeeze it and it pries my mouth open, and I have to do that several times a day. Um, I can't get over the progress that I've made. I mean, it's only been 8 weeks. It was 8 weeks yesterday. And I know 8 weeks seems like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. 8 weeks is not that much when it comes to the kind of surgery that I had. And the fact that I'm almost triple my mouth opening at this point is just mind blowing to me. Not once have I woken up in the middle of the night not being able to breathe. Not once has my husband said that he heard me snoring, because even my snoring has stopped at this point. If there's one thing that I had any kind of complaints about, it's really not even a complaint. It is more of a inconvenience, is that I have to relearn to do everything. Just like, when you have a new knee or a new hip, you have to learn to do everything again. Well, this is my mouth, so I have to learn to talk again. I have to learn to eat again, and here's why. Something that people never even think about, I didn't even think about before I had my surgery. That is, I have a titanium jaw bone now. Well, when you eat or you talk, your bottom jaw will move from side to side and front to back, right? To be able to articulate your words and so on and so forth. Even chewing, your mouth will go front to back, side to side. Mine does not. Mine simply goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So when I'm talking, I have to learn to do that again, because my bottom jaw is not moving. Only my upper jaw is moving. And sometimes when I see myself talking, I think it looks weird because my bottom jaw is not moving, only the top one is. Eating it's difficult at best, because you don't realize how much you move your bottom jaw until you can't. And people with jaw issues, I've found that there are times, especially in the beginning, right after I had this done, I felt like I wanted to move my jaw forward and back. So I must have been doing a lot of grinding and moving side to side, front to back, subconsciously, not even knowing that I'm doing it. Because once I had this done, it was like my jaw wanted to move front to back, side to side, and it just can't. It can't. And talking to my surgeon about it, he said some people after a while will be able to loosen it up a little bit and be able to move it from side to side and front to back. But for the most part, no, it's staying put, and it's not really going to move. It'll go up and down. So learning to eat is going to be a chore, and learning to talk again. My smile is still very weird right now because I can't really smile because this is still so swollen through here and across here. So my smile's not even my smile right now. So um, I wanted to give you guys an update. I promised you I would. Again, this is 8 weeks, and I am looking forward to my future and a far less painful future. It's like I said, it's going to be a learning process for me for sure, but I'll get through it. You know what? I'm going to get through it, and I'm going to be better because of it. So, if you have any questions about what it is that I've been dealing with, um, if you have any questions about the surgery or the recovery or any questions at all, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you for taking an interest in me. It's nice. I appreciate you very much. Just knowing that I got people out there pulling for me and praying for me, it is, I can't begin to thank you enough. So, thank you all, and I'm hoping that the next time that I talk to you, all of this swelling is going to be down, and I'm going to look like Debbie again. So, take care, you guys. Happy 2022. Oh my goodness, 2022. All right, you guys, take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.